What's up, guys? We are 2 months and a few days into our life here in Zambia. It has been interesting.
2 months, which is crazy.
Yeah, a lot of good things, a few bad, but we're adjusting. So let's jump into it. Updates, month 2. We had some soccer donations after doing some of the work with the guys here at the local soccer team and trading them one soccer ball for their work. We got some comments saying, one soccer ball, that's all you can do. So there was like a super generous donation sent over, which got them new jerseys. They got a coach now. They have like shorts and socks, and they actually just played their first game in Ndola, the local town, here on Sunday. And I think they played 2 games, actually. They won their first one, lost their second one. But it's cool to get back into soccer ministry. Our car is still not here. It should have been here like a month ago, but they said it's coming on a boat on the 7th of this month, and then it could be up to another month. So definitely overpromised and underdelivered. Kind of the same with the driver's license. I thought that we were going to get them already, and this week. That's what I keep hearing. Yeah. So hopefully it'll be this week.
It's a blessing, though. Family has let us use their vehicles.
It has been really nice.
A van that we've been able to use.
Cycle.
It's not that we're completely out. We have family around us that has helped so much.
Yes.
So it's all okay. It's just patience. And
and we're going to appreciate it that much more when we do get it.
Exactly, yeah.
You can talk about adjusting to the water.
Yeah, so just coming to a new country, you can't really drink the water that comes out of the faucet. So we've just... we're adjusted to it now. We brush our teeth with it. Everything's fine. No tummy issues or anything like that.
There was a time for tummy issues, but I think we're at the tail end of it. No pun intended. Yeah, so we just had a medical team come out. I'm sure you guys have seen the pictures and videos I posted with Global Health Outreach. They were amazing. And they are under Christian...
Dental...
and Medical Association. That's the one. Yeah. And so we're trying to have another team come out and help in the villages around here in January. So if you're interested, make sure to reach out to my dad at the email below. And so that was definitely a success.
If you're a nurse, a doctor, a dentist, or a teacher, we're also inviting teachers.
Teachers are welcome.
Not just medical. We have a school here. If you're a teacher that wants to come and volunteer your time here, if you teach music or gym class, or maybe you're a speech pathologist or whatever your skill is in teaching, you could come spend 2 weeks just teaching the kiddos, having fun.
Here at Kafakumba Christian School.
Yeah.
So, and if you want to sponsor a kid, you can check out how to do that at kafakumba.org as well. We got the anesthesia machine from Samaritan's Purse. Super excited. And this month, I think we're going to have everything we need to put together the x-ray machine for our clinic. And I just kind of got put in charge of the building process of moving our clinic into a hospital by this January. So a lot of work to do. Definitely need some prayers, guys, because this is not my skill set, but with God, I can learn. So excited to see what comes from that. You can talk about your 75 soft journey.
Oh, well, yeah. So kind of like started a challenge. There's this challenge called 75 Hard that started in COVID about working out, better lifestyle, blah. Well, that one's really hard.
It is.
And very extreme. And I was like, well, let's do something a little bit more entry level. So there's like a lighter version called 75 Hoff.
Soft.
And I'm on day 22.
In a row.
Got to work out. And so every day you work out for 45 minutes. Every day you read 10 pages. Every day you eat well, have 3 liters of water every day. So through that, I have read a book, which I'm not a reader. So this book I've been trying to read for like 4 years, and I just finally read it. So
yeah, and it's been good structure for her.
Yeah, good discipline.
As she like nests and learns how to live out here. It's been good.
Yeah. And the past few weeks for me, we've had school for Kafakumba has been on break. So I was able to do some tutoring sessions a couple weeks ago, their first week off from school. just like some kids that needed that extra help, I was able to do like some language arts with them, which was fun. And just like my first foot in the door of like getting to hang out with the kiddos. And then the next week, a friend of ours had a VBS that she put on during the week of vacation. So it was like probably about 100 kids that showed up throughout the week and learned about Jesus, learned Bible verses, memory verses, got to play a bunch of fun games, weird youth group type of games that you eat weird stuff and tug of war, and it was just really fun, really sweet ministry. So
and then you said that there was even some of those kids from the VBS that ended up coming to church on Sunday.
That was actually really cool because we had like a bigger attendance of children in church that following Sunday that were from camp. So it's like, oh, cool, God, like you are ministering, you are working in these children's lives.
Yeah. So moving on, we finished our bamboo gate. I am so glad we are done with that. That has been a long process, but it has prepared us to get a puppy. So we are now looking into German Shepherd puppies. And it will not only add a layer of protection to our house, but just be a furry friend, an emotional support animal. So excited to get that. In addition to the soccer team and helping them out with like financial stuff, GHO, the Global Health Outreach, actually left a bunch of Bibles, and I was able to give 45 Bibles away to the members of the soccer team here, as well as the rest away to our clinic staff. So they each have their individual New Testament. So that was cool. Still spreading the word and the gospel. And a lot of these guys can read, so that's a plus. The well drilling, we are just finishing a well in Monsansa. The rains have been, or they cut off pretty early. So the drought has been significant. Today, they just moved to 17 hours a day with power outages across the country of Zambia because with less rain, we have less power because all of the power in Zambia comes from Kariba Dam. So without any water in that dam, we aren't generating enough electricity to keep the country going. So in addition to the power supply, all of these like local backyard hand-dug wells are drying up. I've heard people even waiting up until midnight in a line just to get water from a well in nearby cities. So it's pretty bad. And we were at this clinic outreach with GHO, and we saw that they had a man-made well through the middle of a tire, and they were dropping a bucket down, and the rope was actually mosquito nets donated by probably Bill Gates, and they are now used as a rope for this well. I know not what they're supposed to be used for, but water is a priority. And that water isn't very clean. You see these kids like super tired and they're drinking out of the bucket. And you're like, wow, there's got to be a lot of diseases stemming from this.
Yeah. I mean, I can imagine like the kids just under the age of like 8 just getting horrible infections from it.
Yeah. And like, just sick all the time.
Dirty water.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Which probably leads to dehydration, which increases their need for water. So anyway, there was a well about 10 yards away that had been broken since 2018. And after reaching out to my buddy, he partnered with us and we were able to get our well drilling team this weekend out there in the village of Monsansa with 2,000 people. And we got the well not only fixed, but we got it way deeper, about double the depth. So it should not run out of water for years. The sediment's settling down, so we're going to have a well video coming out soon with an update on Monsansa. But that was just really cool to be a part of. Yeah, you want to tell them? Oh, you already told them about VBS.
Yeah.
Jamie's been helping fundraising.
Yeah. We've just been reaching out to a bunch of churches from Charlotte area and just kind of connections from like our past hometowns and stuff. So I've been emailing, just cold calling a bunch of churches saying, hey, do you want to partner with us? And it's a lot to keep track of, a lot of churches staring. I've emailed like over 100 churches. And so, but God is faithful and God has, returned with a lot of cool connections, people that are interested in like, oh, we want to help soccer ministry, or we want to help the well drilling, or we want to help you and raise your salaries. So it's really cool, like, to see how the Lord has worked through.
She says a lot of people have gotten back to us. Not a lot of people have gotten back to us, to be honest. It's been like, 7 churches that have gotten back to us out of the 100. So if you do want to help, the help is still needed and still very welcomed. But another cool thing the other day, we had my cousin over for dinner, and we were going outside to a bonfire in our fire pit, and just to enjoy some family time. And I looked over the fence, and there's this massive fire, like not that far away. And I was like, oh no, what do we do? Because our whole fence just got finished, and it's all made out of dried bamboo. So the perfect kindling. And so we called our neighbor, who is like the head of this entire Kafakumba compound. And I told him, I was like, go outside and look at the fire. He's like, oh yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Don't worry about it. And then like 2 minutes later, he calls me back, and he's like huffing and puffing. He's clearly running, and he's like, I'm getting the guards. We're going to head over there. Like, we'll meet you over there. We'll stop this fire. So I was like, okay, it's go time. Because it was out of control very quickly. And so we ran back there, and it was really cool how we did it. And it's a village technique. So we actually lit a fire kind of close to our fences to work towards the bigger fire to burn out all of the fuel, so that the bigger fire, once it got over a little closer to us, wouldn't have anything else to fuel the inferno, and definitely burn down our fence and possibly even make it to our house. So just the fact that we were outside at the right time and had the right people to call with the wisdom on how to stop it, it was definitely a God thing, and super cool. Yeah. So definitely thankful for y'all's prayers and God's protection out here. Just continue to keep us in your prayers as we continue on this path of ministry. And if you want to help or just be a part of what we're doing out here, feel free to like, subscribe, share this video, and make sure that you keep up with us in our journey of living in Zambia. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys.
Bye.